send it to Tony. Okay, let's go ahead and start standing with your feet underneath you, about hip distance apart. They can be a little bit wider or a little bit closer together, whatever feels the best in your body. And I want you to take just a moment and roll your shoulders up and back. And however many times you do that, it's up to you. And then at a certain point, I want you to switch to rolling them up and forward. And then I want you to just go back and forth a couple of more times. So maybe you go up, back, and maybe you go up and forward. Maybe you just go straight up to your ears and release it down. Maybe you open your chest and close your chest. I want you to just find a little bit of organic flow. Maybe you do one shoulder and then the other. Just kind of let it flow naturally in between rolling and opening and closing. And then on your next inhale, whatever that may be, I want you to draw those shoulders up to your ears. And then you're going to flex your wrists, like as if you were like Charlie Chaplin, you know, with his hands out like this and the shoulders up high. And then as you exhale, you're going to push down to the floor. So if you notice my hands, it's like I'm trying to push something away. And I'm going to inhale, raise up. And I want you to push it down. So I really want you to keep that integrity of the musculature of your shoulders, okay? Inhale. Exhale, push. Good. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, push. See if you can breathe out your nose and keep those lips zipped. Work a little ujjayi breath. Inhale. And this time, let's exhale all the way out. Begin to soften as you release. Turn those palms slightly forward and end up in Tadasana, mountain pose. Stand up tall. Push your feet into the floor. See if you can draw those knees away from each other just slightly. See if you can open up those hips just a little bit more through the front. Soften through your sacrum. We're going to see if we can keep our lips zipped. We're going to inhale in through the nose. I want you to slightly constrict your throat and push your breath through your throat and out through your nose in that ujjayi breath. So it's a little audible breath. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. And push that breath out. Just like we were pushing down with our hands, I want you to push that breath out through your nasal cavity. And again, inhale. And exhale. And 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Push that breath out. Bring those palms together to heart center. Inhale. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. And exhale. Swan dive. As you swan dive, reach those arms way back behind you. Really? Squeezing those pinkies towards each other, way back behind you. And you're going to dive your body forward and keep those arms lifting high. Then as you inhale, begin to lift through your chest and rise all the way back up. All the way, go through the full motion, palms come together to heart center. Okay, really focus on that motion. Inhale up and follow with your hands, or with your gaze, follow your hands with your gaze. Exhale, squeeze. And that head bows down and the hands do not. Feel that in the backs of your legs. Lift your sit bones high. Inhale, lift your chest. Come all the way back up. Palms come together to heart center. Add an extra element where you're going to hit chair pose. Okay. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dive. Inhale, rise. All the way. Take your time. Exhale, chair. Okay, let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, come up. Follow your gaze. Exhale, actively squeeze those shoulders. Like you wish you could get the edges of your pinkies to touch each other back behind you. Butt is high, head is down. Inhale, come up. Reach all the way, follow again, palms together. Exhale, chair. Good. Last time with this flow. Inhale up. Exhale, take it over, squeeze. Lift your butt as high as you can. Drop your head. Inhale, come all the way up the back. You want me to shut the window? You guys okay? Okay, okay. Palms together to chair. From here, release your hands to the earth. Inhale, step your right foot back to a lunge. Lower that right knee. Top of the foot to the mat. Hands are reaching out in front of you, so what that means is that left knee is sliding out to the side just a little bit. It's outside of my tricep, okay? Fingers are spread wide. Reach that right leg back as far as you can and actively plant the base of your big toe onto the floor. Hold it right here. So what you're working on doing is getting this long line from your toes out through your chest. Okay, so I don't want you hunching over here or reaching up really high here. Try to find that line of energy from your toes all the way to the crown of your head. Squeeze that left knee in a little bit so it's touching that under part of your arm. And close your eyes. Find a very easy inhale and exhale here for you. Lips are zipped, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Feel your body's position. And then see if you can do this with your eyes closed. Curl those right toes under and lift your right knee. Notice the sensations. And slowly begin to open your eyes. Keep your right arm where it's at and lift that left arm up to the ceiling. Should be a little bit of balance here. Should be a little challenging for the body. Then as you exhale, we're going to release that left hand to the inside of our left leg. And you're going to begin to walk yourself over to the right, turning yourself into a wide-legged forward fold. Okay, feel free to use blocks if you have them. Turn your heels in slightly, toes out slightly, and bend that left knee. Get to the inside of that right leg and hold it right here. Breathe into it. Let's not move out of it. Let's stay. Maybe allow your eyes to close. Maybe as you're there a little bit longer, you're thinking how far away the floor feels and you need to add a block. Good. And then inhale, center. And then we'll exhale, bend that right knee. Plant those hands. Find that breath. Close your eyes. Stretch the inside of that left leg. Good. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale all the way out. On your next inhale, I want you to lift your chest just so much that it slides to the tips of your fingertips. So my chest lifts and my fingertips touch right here. So I'm really utilizing my upper hamstring, something to my glutes to hold me up. And then I'm going to exhale, release. So this is a little complicated. You're going to walk your hands to the front. You're going to twist yourself back into a lunge. You're going to walk your hands out in front of you, and you're going to take your right foot, and you're going to slide it to the outside of your left. So now your legs are crossed with your right leg behind your left. Okay? Good. I want you to inhale, come into a halfway lift monkey pose here. And then exhale, hold yourself all the way forward as far as you can go. Plant those feet. Let your head dangle. Inhale, halfway lift again. Really press back into those glutes. Stretch out that IT band. This is a stretch for those muscles along the outside of that right leg. And then exhale, forward fold again, all the way, head dangles. Allow your eyes to close. We'll take 3 breaths right here. On your next inhale, slide that right leg out from underneath you. Take it back into a lunge. Woo! Lower that right knee all the way back down to the earth, top of the foot to the earth. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Find your reach. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze up if it's okay with your neck. Start to squeeze or engage that right glute. Actively squeeze it. Find energy in that right glute. Breathe deep. Lift the chest a little bit higher. Good. One more breath. See if you can back bend even just a little bit more. Good. Challenge. No popping knees. No popcorn knees, we say. Exhale, hands to the floor. Take your right leg back to meet, or take your left leg back to meet your right. Spread those fingers wide, curl your toes under, exhale up and back first. Downward facing dog. Woo! Pedal those heels. See if you can feel any difference between the left and the right, besides that the right is softer. Shake it out a little bit, move it around. Get some energy flowing in those legs. Come high on those toes. Lift high on the balls of the feet. Exhale, let your heels release to the earth. Good. One more time. Inhale high on the balls of those feet. And exhale, heels to the earth. Beautiful. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. And exhale, walk or float your feet up to the front of the mat. From here, inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Bring your gaze up to. Exhale, palms together, 2 heart center, 2 a chair pose. Release your hands to the mat, and we'll inhale that left foot back. Go ahead and lower that left knee to the earth, top of the foot to the mat. Okay, so this is a little odd pose. Try to stay with me best you can. I want you to try to reach your arms out in front of you. Okay? That knee should be on the outside of your right arm, but hugging into the tricep. Okay, so far so good? Hitting with that right foot forward, just teeny tiny bit. Yeah, there you go. That's good. So your right hand should be directly in front of your right foot, but your knee is pushing into your right tricep. And then that left hand obviously is just coming out of the shoulder. Your left leg is long back behind you. You're trying to keep your body as square and as in alignment as possible. Trying to get a long line of energy from those toes to the crown of your head. Your gaze is just slightly to the floor and out in front of you, just a little bit. Almost, you just kind of look at the top edge of your mat. And then close your eyes. Now what's going to happen is that right leg's going to want to get lazy. It's going to get tired. It's going to want to just drop away from your tricep. You want to keep it hugged into your tricep the whole time. You want it to work. Find your breath. Feel your body. Be present in this very moment. Don't worry about what's outside these doors. Just focus on the touch between the knee and the tricep and the breath. Be present. Take one more breath. And with your eyes closed the best you can, curl those left toes under and lift your left knee. Plant that left hand and bring that right arm up to the ceiling. And here you might want to open your eyes, unless you're fine with maybe falling over, which is okay. Every time you're lifting those arms or taking them away from your body, I want you to imagine that I'm standing by you and I'm drawing those arms even further away. So imagine that I'm standing above you and I'm holding onto your hand and just drawing that hand up to the ceiling, stacking those shoulders. Then as you exhale, bring that right hand to the inside of your right foot, and we're going to walk ourselves to the left. So we're going to find our way back to that wide-legged forward fold that we just were at not very long ago. Turn those heels in slightly, toes out slightly. As you exhale, bend that left knee. Keep that right leg long and see if you can really get into the inside of that right leg. Breathe here. Notice how the more you press that right foot down into the mat, the more intense that stretch is. Breathe here. On that next inhale, find your way back to center and just keep going. Head to the right. Bend that right knee. Woo! Stretch out that left leg. Use your hands, block for support. Thinking about, for a moment here, your tailbone and the very crown, the very top of your head. See if in your mind's eye you can line those two pieces up, letting that energy, letting the fluid flow through your spine with ease, opening your body up. Inhale, come back to center. Okay, from here, I want you to begin to walk your hand over to your right foot into that lunge, and then we're going to slide that left foot up and back behind the right, setting it down. Is that correct? Is this the other side? Yeah? Okay. Got myself so turned around, I don't know which way is up. All right. So really actively plant your feet. One of the things I see people love to do in this pose, they want to lift those big toes. It gets them out of that. It runs running from the stretch is what I say. So keep those big toes planted. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold it right here. We didn't hold it with the wide-legged. Really wanted to do it once, but right here, I want you to hold just a little bit longer. And then exhale, fold yourself forward, so much so that that head dangles. Inhale, halfway lift again. Really squeeze those legs together, press those glutes back, lift that chest. That looks great. Okay, Tammy, that's perfect. Good. Exhale and fold, 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 fold. Pull your low belly into your spine, let your head hang. Breathe into that stretch, plant those feet, lift those legs a little bit longer, really lift your glutes. See if you can lengthen through those legs. Some more stretch. There's more there to be had. I know there is. And on your next inhale, we'll slide that left leg back into a lunge. Lower that left knee and the top of the foot to the mat. Oh, inhale, arms up. Squeeze that left glute. Lift. So lift your chest, not your shoulders. Let your shoulders come down away from your ears. Good. Yes. Exhale, take it to cactus arms. Fingers spread wide, shoulders squeeze together. Breathe. Good. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step yourself back to downward facing dog. So my question is, did you work hard enough to feel like downward facing dog is a bit of a rest? Yes. Good. I'm happy to hear that. Pedal out those heels. Take a few moments here. Take a moment, look under your right arm. And then switch and look under your left arm. Good. And then really try to look up at your belly button. Squeeze that chin into that chest. Look up at that belly button. And then softly inhale and look forward to the front of your mat. And exhale, walk or float yourself up to the front. Plant those feet, sweep those arms up and around, coming to high mountain pose. Palms come together above your gaze. Hold it here. As you exhale, bring them down to heart center and bow. Try to keep yourself at a very beautiful 90-degree angle. So don't round your back. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your butt reaching back behind you. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, rise up. All the way back up to that high mountain. And then exhale, swan dive forward. Let your head dangle. Dingle, dingle, dingle. Dingle, dingle. Inhale, halfway lift monkey. Hands come to the shins. Ground your palms into your shins. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Open through your collar bones. Press your glutes back and draw that low belly in. Exhale, hands to the earth, and inhale, walk or float back to plank pose, the top of a push-up. Good. Lower your knees to the earth and walk yourself over to the left. You're crawling, okay? Then we're going to lower ourselves all the way to the ground. And you're going to take your right leg out to the side in a half frog position. So your knee is bent, your thigh is parallel with the top edge of your mat, shin is parallel with the long edge of your mat, and your foot is flexed. Okay, reach those arms out in front of you, chin comes to the mat. Hold it right here. Take 3 deep breaths. Slide your hands into cactus. See if you can get the tip of your nose to touch your mouth too. So you're holding your head, you're working the muscles of your neck, you're not letting go. And then take that left arm and slide it under your head. Roll yourself over onto your left side. Get a hold of that ankle in whatever way works best for you, and pull that right leg back into a quadricep stretch. You might want to bend that bottom knee a little bit. Give yourself some support. And pull. Get into that quad, you guys. See if you can drop that knee a tiny bit or raise that knee a tiny bit. You're going to find a different stretch depending on where your body is positioned and which quadricep muscle needs the most stretch. There's a couple of them. Good. See if you can try and get that right heel to your right bum, to your glute. Squeeze it in. Good. Take one more breath. And then for some reason, I don't know why, but this always seems like a cheerleader pose to me. So in my head, I call it cheerleader pose because I don't know what it's actually called. You're going to take your left hand under your head, right? Like a little pose here. You're going to switch and you're going to grab a hold of your foot underneath. So if you look at me, I'm grabbing the outside of my foot. And then I'm going to reach it straight up to the ceiling. Does that feel, is that Am I wrong in feeling like that kind of feels like it's like cheerleader move here? Like I should be some 16-year-old girl pulling this off, not some 42-year-old who might have just busted her muscles. Hold it right here. Breathe. See if you can get some length and stretch. And not only that, but you also want to engage the side muscles of your body too a little bit. See if you can lift that side body up just a little bit. Don't let it slink down into the floor. Good. One more breath. I know it's not fun. And then slowly exhale, release. Roll yourself, roll yourself back. And then just move yourself all the way over to the right side of your mat. Slide that left leg out into a half frog pose. Your thigh is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Your shin is parallel with the long edge of your mat. Foot is flexed. Okay? Slide those arms out in front of you, chin to your mat. Hold it right here. And just kind of notice, you don't have to even look here, but just kind of question, hey, what's my right leg doing? What's my right hip doing? What do I want it to do? Where does it feel good to me? Find your breath. And as you exhale, take your hands to cactus arms or your arms to cactus arms. See if you can bring the tip of your nose to the mat. We're going to slide that right arm under our head. Roll yourself over onto your side. Get a hold of that left ankle and take it into that quadricep stretch. Pull that leg back. Good. See if you can drop that knee down a little bit. Just kind of notice where that stretch falls when you drop or when you open. Feel free to bend that bottom leg. At least if you fall over, there's not very far to go. Keep breathing. Maybe even close your eyes. Connecting with all the sensations that are happening in your body right now. As present as possible. And then let's go ahead and bring that hand under our head and reach and grab the outside of that leg. Oh, take it up to the ceiling if you can. You can grab a hold of your hip, your ankle, your shin, the back of your knee. Try to keep that foot as flexed as possible, really reaching it up to the ceiling. Getting into those obliques a little bit by engaging that side body also. Finding some work in those core muscles. Good. Taking one more breath right here, really stretching, engaging those obliques. And then exhale, slowly release. And there's no rest here. We're going to come back to our mat. And we're going to come right into a plank pose. Right into a plank pose. Hold it right here. Breathe. Engage those core muscles. And then exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Woo! Pedal out your heels for a moment. And then come back to your dog. Go ahead and walk your big toes in a little bit closer to each other. Fingers spread wide. Let's inhale, lift that right leg back. All the while you're opening your hip. You're dropping that right heel, lifting that left knee. Look under your right arm. I want you to try to get really high in this three-legged dog. So drop that right heel down toward your left glute more. And push that right knee up to the ceiling more. Yeah, there you go. Good. Hold it here. Breathe. And then in one motion, the best we can, we're going to turn, look up to the front of our mat, and exhale, drive that right foot to the front of the mat, setting it down in a lunge position. Lower that left knee, top of your foot to the mat. Stretch those glutes back, lift those right toes. Let's get into the back of that, right? Good. Pull those toes back. Woo! Okay, so this one, there's a lot of play with this pose. Most people I find kind of just go back and this is it, that's just what they do. But there's a lot of different options. So when I do this in my own practice, I take my hands farther, I lift my chest higher out in front of me, and then I lower right here. That really gets like the whole back of my calf and up into my knee. Okay. Other times, I'll take my hands back and like I'm trying to pull my heel back on the mat. I pull it back even though it doesn't move. That gets up a little bit higher in the low part of my hamstrings, like above the back of my knee. Okay. And then you can lower down and really pull those toes back. There's a lot of options here to play with this pose. Good. And then bring it forward. Walk it forward, curl those left toes under, lift that left knee, inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Drop those shoulders, hold your pose. Maybe your gaze needs to be to the floor, maybe it can be up to the ceiling. This is up to your body. Breathe right here. One more breath. As you exhale, your hands are going to come down. Your legs aren't going to change, except they're just going to begin to straighten. So straighten your right leg, drop that left heel, and hold it right here. Keep those toes down and stretch and breathe. Close your eyes. Drop your head. Hold your breath. Then let's go ahead and inhale. Gently bend that right knee just enough so we can pull it back behind us and back into our downward facing dog. Take breaks whenever you need to. If you need a child's pose here, please feel free to take it. Take one more breath. And then on that next inhale, we'll lift our left leg up and back behind us. Bending that knee, flexing your foot, lifting that left knee up to the sky. Good. See if you can drop that left heel to that right glute. Look under that left arm. Little wild thing. Hold it here. One more breath. And then we're going to square it up, pull that belly in, do everything we can to step that left foot up to the front of the mat. Using hands, using support, kind, loving words, releasing knees, whatever you need to get that left leg gently forward. Reach those arms up to the ceiling. Hold it right here and breathe. Keep that left knee bent. One more breath. Okay. Exhale, release. I forgot the other stretch. Lower that right knee down. We'll do this one first, then we'll come back. Lower the right knee, top of the foot to the mat. Stretch it back. Reach those glutes back. Lift those left toes. Not that that felt too easy that first time. Use blocks if you need to. Good. Breathe here. Kim, I want you to try to pull that pinky toe back a little bit more. There you go. I know you don't want to. I know. Don't you know enough by now that I want you to do what hurts the most? Maybe you'll make it horrible. Maybe you take it a little higher, maybe you take it a little lower. Maybe you even bend that left knee a little bit. See how that feels in your body. We're all built very differently, and our lives create different bodies. So you're going to have to find in your body what feels the best or the worst, I suppose, in my case. I want you to what feels the worst. Shift those hips to one side, like I did, pull those pinky toes back. You know, really take the time to discover, where is it? What's going to work the best for me? It helps in so many other areas than just on your mat with yoga. And then inhale, come forward. Come forward. We're going to skip that lunge since we just did it. We're going to curl those right toes under. And all I want you to begin to do is start to straighten those legs as best you can. Think about dropping that right heel in the direction of your mat. Straightening those legs. Squaring up your hips. It's real easy to pull that right hip back. You're going to want to cut back. You want to keep it forward. Good. And breathe. Beautiful. Take one more breath. Awesome. Go ahead and begin to plant your hands. Bend that left knee. Give yourself space and step it back to downward facing dog. Shake out your head for me, no, and maybe yes. I'm kind of just I like to shake my head from side to side. That up and down doesn't feel super great to me. I like to kind of look over to my right arm and over to my left. You do what feels the best to you. Okay, so stay in down dog. I'm going to give you a warning here. We're going to head to pigeon pose, half pigeon. So we're going to take that right leg up and back behind us and bring it forward to pigeon. If that's not going to work for you, you can come into a figure four or something along those lines. Okay, everybody's good here with the pigeon? Looks like, yeah? Okay, so inhale, Cami, take that right leg up and back behind you. And then exhale, I like to bring my right knee to my right wrist. And then my left foot lines up, or my right foot ends up with my left wrist. And then I'm going to pull it back right here. Pull that left leg back. That's going to be your kicker. Pull that left leg back. When you pull that left leg back, then it's almost like, oh, that's it right there. Okay? So really want you to pull that left leg back first. Don't lower yourself down to the ground. Keep your chest lifted. And then if you have blocks, you can use blocks. You don't necessarily need them. I want you to walk your hands back, kind of settling them on your legs and lifting your chest up. Breathe. You don't have to. You can do something else. Okay, if you want to keep going with me, lift your arms up. Flex your right foot a little bit more. Find energy and length and strength in your left leg and breathe. Good. Take one more breath right here. We're actually not going to lower today. So if you desperately need to lower to the ground, feel free to take the time to do that. We're not going to. We're going to release our hands. We're going to roll ourselves over onto our right glute. Kind of shimmy that right foot forward a little bit. And then slide that left leg around. Everybody's favorite full pigeon. Or fire log pose. What's the other one? Well, they're these are the same. Fire log, but you can do things like, well, no, you can do this. Okay, you can go here. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, you can go here and baby that knee a little bit. Kind of gently hold it. Okay. Okay. Or Katie, you can fold forward like. Yeah, bring your hands out in front of you. Uh-huh. Yeah. Good. Breathe here. If it hurts the knee, Cami, at any point, you can just take that leg straight and let it rest. Okay. Hold it here. Flex those feet, palms together, to heart center. And you can stay over. You can stay right or wherever it feels most comfortable. You can do what works best for you. Hold it right here. Breathe. Close your eyes for a moment. Be present. Even if you don't want to be present, even if you want to run from it, try to keep pulling yourself back. Be present. Feel it. A lot of times when you feel it, the energy begins to dissipate. The pain begins to dissipate. Be aware, be present, be in the moment, breathe. Take one more breath. Good. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Go ahead, slowly begin to come up. Exhale, hands come down to your sides. Slide those legs apart from each other. Take it nice and slow. Take it into wide-legged pose. And again, just lift up tall here. Hold that low belly in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Out in front of you, left hand to the earth. Keep your chest lifted. Let's not round our backs today. Let's keep those spines nice and long. Take one more big, deep breath. Zip those lips. Exhale out through your nose. Then inhale, walk it back. Take those legs, slide them back behind you, and find your way all the way back into a downward facing dog. Last one of the morning. Make it count, whatever that means. I'm not really sure what that means. I say it a lot, but I don't really know what that means. Fingers spread wide, elbows, inside elbows slightly turned forward. Head hangs, maybe just make it the best downward dog for you this morning. Glutes lifted high. Feel the whole back side of your body stretch. Feel the release of your neck. And then we're going to take it to pigeon on the left side. So inhale that left leg up and back. Look up to the front of your mat, and as you exhale, draw that left knee up to your left wrist, your left foot to your right wrist, and pull that right leg back. That's the only word I can think of. I know you're not, nobody's pulling you, but I want you to pull that energy back. Okay, keep it stable underneath you. You should be able to look over your left shoulder and see your right foot. If you can't see it, I want you to bring it in some more. Okay? Good. Then pull it back. Lift it up high. You can squeeze those glutes. And they can stay right here, or you can inhale, arms up to the ceiling. This is a really great stretch for the psoas muscle. Always keep your hands down. You can always stay low. Every one of these are just options. All of them are just options. Do what feels and fits best for your body in this moment. And then exhale, release your hands. Roll over onto that left glute. Shimmy or heel toe that left leg forward. And then we'll pull that right leg around. Set it on top. Ooh. Good lung there. Good pop there. Good. Hold it right here. Flex those feet. Sit up tall. Let's keep our arms down this time. However, if you can, take them out. Turn your palms forward. Just touch the floor lightly with the tips of those fingertips. Probably your middle one, maybe your ring finger. Lift your chest. And bring all of your awareness, all of your attention into those areas, into the ones that are causing you discomfort. Pay very close attention to them. Your palms together, to heart center. Very acutely aware of those muscles that are showing discomfort. Breathe into them. One more breath. Zip those lips. Exhale all the way out through your nose. Let your hands drop down. So again, open your eyes. And this time we're going to stretch those legs straight out in front of us. Pull all of that skin away from your sit bones. Sit up tall. Really make sure you can get onto those sit bones. Okay? Draw those toes back, especially those pinky toes. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, take your hands back behind you. Point your fingers towards your glutes. Lean back and lift your chest. Keep pulling your pinky toes back. Squeeze those shoulders. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, begin to drop your chest. Begin to lift your head. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Inhale, lift your chest. So we're going to do this together. Exhale, dive your chest forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, dive your chest forward. Two more, just like this. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, dive it forward. One more time. Inhale, lift your chest. And I mean dive that chest right here. Dive it forward. Don't do anything with your shoulders. Just let your chest lead you down. Relax your neck. Relax your chin. Relax your jaw. Allow your eyes to close. Find a place where it feels good to put your hands, whether that's on the floor or on your feet or your legs. There could be multiple places. Maybe you're feeling really testy today and you want to grab a hold of your ankles and push down on your knees with your elbows. Maybe you're just tired of pushing, and you just want to relax. You just want to surrender. Tops of the hands can go to the mat, the palms face open. You can let your head drop and just allow yourself to surrender in this moment. Not pushing, not fighting, not controlling. Just letting it all go. Wherever your body needs to be, wherever your mind needs to be in this moment, honor it. Show it grace. Collect your breath. On that next inhale, if your hands are backs of the hands to the mat, go ahead and flip them over and start to walk yourself back. But when you get about halfway, I want you to slide those legs back through your hands. Come back the rest of the way and then slide those legs wide one more time. Take that right hand and bring it to the outside of that left knee and just find a little twist here, keeping your legs strong. Keeping your feet flexed, keeping those pinkies pulling back toward your body. Inhale, find your way to center. Exhale, find your way over towards that right knee. Left hand to the outside of that right knee. Good. Inhale, find your way back to center. We'll do one more chest expansion. Bring those legs back in together. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Take your hands back behind and point your fingers towards your glutes. And you can just expand right here. Or again, if you'd like, you can go all the way and lift it up into a reverse plank. Whatever works the best for your body. Find your breath here. If you're in reverse plank, stay with it. Engage those glutes. Open the whole front side of your body. If your chest expansion, spread those collarbones wide. And then exhale. slowly begin to soften and lower yourself all the way onto your back. Gently beginning to draw those knees up into your chest. Flex your feet. Maybe you rock from side to side, or maybe you just need the stillness right here. Wrapped up tight in yourself. Maybe you want to take those arms and wrap them back behind your legs and hug those knees in. Really feel from the base of your skull all the way down to your tailbone. Feel your breath. Then we're going to slowly take it up into a happy baby pose. So you're going to release your legs. You're going to grab the outside of your feet. And you're going to slowly open it to a happy baby, the one that works the best for your body. But we are going to stay here. So I want you to let your eyes close. I want you to let your exhale be the gateway to some freedom in your body. Allow your knees to be bent and your feet to be flexed and your spine to be long. Being aware of all of the sensations. Breathing. Take one more breath. And then let's slowly begin to release one foot at a time, bringing the soles of the feet down, stretching those legs straight out in front of you, arms up overhead, full body stretch. Circle your ankles and your wrists a couple of times. And then release. Start to take those legs a little bit wider than normal and bring those arms into cactus arms for just a moment. Fingers spread wide. Feel your shoulder blades. And then we'll slowly begin to slide those arms all the way down to our sides. Bend up your knees, feet to the edges of your mat. So my right foot's on the right edge of my mat, my left foot's on my left edge. I'm just going to slowly windshield wiper from left to right, just a couple of times. And then bring it back to center. Slide those legs straight out in front of you. Walk your shoulder blades down your back. Your eyes closed. Your breath be easy. Allow those thoughts to come in as they do. It's okay. Just not give them any energy during our Shavasana. Allow a thought to come in. Thank it for its part. Keep you safe and protected. And let it go on its way. No need to hold on to anything tightly right now. Just let it go. Just let it go. Slowly begin to focus on your breath. Keeping those lips zipped. Fill your low belly and your lungs and your chest. And slowly release out through your nose, relaxing your nervous system. Coming back to this breath any and every time that you feel stress. Inhaling deep into belly, lungs, chest, zipping those lips, and slowly exhaling out through your nose. Begin to wiggle your toes. Begin to move your fingers. And slowly begin to roll yourself over onto your side into the fetal position. Scanning your body from the bottom of your feet to the crown of your head. Saying thank you to all of the pieces and the parts that make you whole. Gratitude for your breath, for your ability to move. Gratitude for your mat. And then slowly open your eyes, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Sit up tall, reach those arms out and up to the ceiling. And palms come together down to your heart center. Take one more moment, setting an intention just for today. Be very present. Not to let your mind wander to the what ifs or the possibilities. Just keep yourself grounded in this present moment. Pay attention to your breath. Thank you for being here. Namaste. How are you feeling?
Great.
Good?
Good.
Good. Oh. Looks like I have a little surprise here waiting for me on my phone. Wait, where'd it go? No. Where'd she go? I see an Autumn waiting for me.